Hopefully, sinister song music. Oh god, I am getting tired if I'm jumbling my words that bad. Okay. So I'm like thinking, no surprises, right? And then it goes and makes sounds like that. So now I'm questioning life. Maybe I could find stuff to help with the other stuff going on in the hospital too. Like the fatigue. What's happening? Found some shillings.
I cannot enter.
Oh, great.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked.
Am I ever gonna find like a bunch of doors that, you know, aren't locked? Definitely appreciate it.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Oh my god, there's a fucking shit already. You jerk.
It's locked, all right.
I hate when it's that, like, happens. Like, I don't... Ugh.
Balls of Mars.
Heebie-jeebies.
Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
What the Emily Dickinson was that? I don't appreciate that. I do not appreciate that. I'm going home. Shit.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
They're like zombies. Mindless fucking zombies. No, no. They... Fuckers. Wow, I'm finding a lot of stuff here. Fisherman. Virus. So there was people here and they got all killed off? Or...
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Ooh. This is no bueno. This is no bueno.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
You know, for a vampire, I can still see myself in the mirror pretty damn well. Oh,
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
finally. Shit, I can only make one. Fuck. Pneumonia. Shit. Okay. I mean, that had a lot of items in itself, but still. Like, I was able to fight that other thing, like, no fucking problem. But now, all of a sudden, I'm having, like, a way harder fucking time. Like, it really is getting to the point to where I am gonna have to start, draining people. Like, it just, I'm not getting anywhere. And it sucks. Thinking you don't want to make those choices, because some of those choices might have fucking consequences. I mean, unless you only pick the bad ones, but then, I don't know. No wonder they were harder to fight. They were level 6s. Well, at least now I got what I needed, and then I gotta go talk to Tibet? Tibby. Tib. Okay.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies. But with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Didn't I complete it though? I grabbed all the stuff back. Blood temptation. Remember citizens will fight your master.
In New York once.
If only...
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I kind of want right answers for him only. Since after my last goof up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to use Google here. Like they don't really show a right answer for him right here.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Is there like anything I can steal out of your office? That would be one. That would be another. That's another one.
to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
It's locked.
Interesting.
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly, a month? A year?
You have the right to disapprove.
I cannot enter.
And you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
I mean, if you're just fixing a guy's arm, you wouldn't need a blood transfusion, you would just need regular